Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Zee again with another interesting video for you. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, share, you know what to do. And if you're not, thanks for watching and let's get right into today's girl talk video. So first and foremost, thank you guys so much for tuning into this very video and for growing my channel so much. We are literally almost at 5k, so keep subscribing, click the button down below before we proceed, because like, why not? You better, at least by the end of this video, all of you guys should be subscribed. So make sure that you're clicking the button down below to subscribe and leave a comment as well. So without further ado, let's get right into today's girl talk. So I did ask you guys to ask me some questions on my Instagram yesterday. I put up a question tag last night and you guys gave me a bunch of really nice questions. So this is one set of questions, and then another set of questions I have here. I screenshotted all of them just so that I don't miss anything, and then I'm going to check back and see if my story hasn't yet expired, if there are any more questions that you guys might have been asking while I'm actually filming this video. So I'm not going to categorize the questions in any particular order. I'm just going to go by the way that they're actually asked. So without further ado, let's get right into today's vloggy, or not really vlog, it's not a vlog, it's a girl talk video. So yeah, the first question that I got was how to take care of your areas, the likes of shaving. So when it comes to shaving, for me personally, I'm not a wax type of girly. I prefer to shave. Of course, I have been thinking about starting to wax myself, or not myself, but going to get waxes, because I've been hearing lots of good things about it. But in terms of shaving, what I personally believe in, you only use a shaving stick once. Now I know lots of people, including my mom, would say no, you can reuse them, clean them with methylated spirits, so you can use them again and everything. But I just feel like it's unhygienic to use the same shaving stick twice, unless I'm just being wasteful. But that's just what I believe. So what I do is, obviously after shaving my areas and whatnot, I like to clean the areas with methylated spirit. And I know people will be like, no, what, this helps to reduce your razor bumps. And then after you're done cleaning your areas, of course you're shaving before you go to shower, so you do shower, you have your bath, whatever the case may be, and then I like to apply baby Vaseline or baby oil on the areas that I've just shaved, to kind of reduce the razor bumps as well, like even further, because your skin does kind of become dry, especially after putting the spirit on there. So applying baby oil might also really help you, because it has worked for me, and razor bumps have reduced drastically through using that method. So that's just what I believe personally. I don't use the same stick twice. I use and throw away. Maybe if I'm being wasteful, I don't know, but that's just what I believe in terms of shaving. So y'all shouldn't come for me in the comments if that's what you think, but it's just my opinion. So yeah, next question is, how did I meet my mans? I don't think this is anything to do with girl talk, but I will tell you guys, we met through a friend. So yeah, we met through a friend, end of story. The next one is, how can one remain consistent in what they do? So when it comes to consistency, I feel like consistency moves hand in hand with discipline. I know lots of people talk about motivation. Okay, you can be motivated to do something today and feel very unmotivated the next day, but what's going to keep you consistent is your discipline. Because if it, regardless of what it is, if it's school wise, if it's content creation wise, whatever it is that you want to be consistent with doing, you have to really discipline yourself and train your mind to be able to do things even when you don't feel like doing them. And I think that's one of the things that has really worked for me, especially with regards to my academics, work, especially work, because you guys, literally I would wake up in the morning, I'm not in the mood to talk to any of my workmates, but you know, I have to show up because that's the life of an adult. So you have to discipline yourself and train your mind to say, even if I don't want to do this today, I know that it's going to benefit me even more in the future. So in terms of consistency and discipline, I think that's the best advice I can probably give you. Yeah, just discipline yourself, you know, because you want to be motivated to go after the thing that you want. I can't really reciprocate what my boyfriend does for me financially. I do what I can for him, but still. Tips on how to get over it, because I feel like I'm taking way more than I can give. And I love this question so much, because I feel like it's something that lots of people tend to overlook with regards to relationships. Maybe I should have categorized these questions, but I think I'm just enjoying, because this is the first time I'm reading the questions as well, so you guys are getting like my raw and edited opinions. But when it comes to finances in relationships, I think that's a conversation you need to have with your partner. And I know lots of people avoid this conversation because it is a very sensitive topic, in the sense that money is sensitive. Money, it's very sensitive. So you need to kind of decide as a couple. Obviously at this point, I wouldn't expect everybody watching my videos right now to be millionaires, because we're all trying to figure our way, you know, through life and everything. But I just think you as a couple, as in a boy and a girl, you would have to decide with each other and say, okay, fine, we're both students, or one is working, one's a student. So obviously if one is working and one's a student, I wouldn't expect the student to be able to reciprocate everything 100% to the person who is working, and vice versa, you know, because they're coming from different walks of life. So I just think it's very important that as a couple you do decide, you have the talk and say, okay, in terms of money, here's where we're at. Me, I'm in first year, I can only afford to get you this. So you know, you have to kind of have those conversations. And I know it can feel like you're taking more than you can give, which can be very uncomfortable, especially if your other half is, you know, giving you the world and more. But I think in a healthy relationship, you should be able to understand where your partner is at what given point in time and be able to move accordingly. So it shouldn't be as complicated as we make it seem, you know what I mean? So yeah, the question is, how can I tell someone that I'm not interested in them without making them feel bad? Guys, oh girl, just be honest, okay? Like, just be honest. I know that we like to let guys go easy and whatnot, but like at some point you just have to be like, okay, look, I'm not interested in you, so like let's end this whatever talking stage is here. Because one thing you don't want is to drag people, giving people green lights when in reality you know that you're not even going to go ahead with those same green lights you're giving, unless you're having fun. I mean, kudos to you, but I just think in this situation, just be honest. Try to find the nicest way possible of being honest, because at the end of the day you have to look out for yourself. So you don't want a situation where you're carrying this guy along with you, meanwhile you know that you don't even want to be with him anymore. So honesty is very key. The next one is, what advice can I give couples when they decide to do long distance in different countries? So I'm assuming this is because of school, because 9 times out of 10 what really separates couples in terms of proximity is school, academics, and that's, you know, uni obviously. So I think you have to, like I talked about earlier with regards to the finances, you have to have the conversation with your other half. Talk to him and be like, okay, you're moving to China and I'm here in Zambia, how are we going to make it work? Time differences, are we going to be loyal? All of those things. Long distance isn't easy, and I'm speaking from experience. Long distance is not easy, but it's doable. It's not something that's impossible to do. So it depends on you two as a couple. Of course, what might work for me and my relationship will not necessarily work for you and your relationship, but what I can tell you is you really have to practice honesty and lots of communication, as well as loyalty, because at the end of the day you are still dating this person. Yes, it's now through the phone sort of, but figure it out. Time differences, go on virtual dates. Internet has made dating online very easy. I know that lots of people like physical touch, you know, you guys, you want, you know, physicality, you want to be in the same location and whatnot, but I just feel like if you're willing, and especially if it's to do with the other person's future, I don't believe in stopping your partner from going to pursue their studies just for the sake of your relationship. I don't believe in that. Reason being, this person has got a whole future ahead of them that has got nothing to do with you. So at that point I feel like you should be able to support your partner. But of course, if your partner feel like you can't manage, be honest and say, okay, look, I love you, but like I can't manage the distance, and then you break it off and become friends, or all of those things. So you have to really decide as a couple and say, okay, we're going to go about it like this, you know, come up with talking times and stuff like that. It's doable. I've done it. I know lots of people that have done it that are still doing it, so I know that it's possible. It takes a lot, of course, but it's not something that cannot be done. So you just have to really put your mind to it. And then the next one is, I love your content and your lifestyle. As ladies, we need young women like you. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you. I love you guys too. Thank you so much. So the next one is, also, as a young lady, I need a side hustle. Please, how can I earn money? Please advise. Okay, great. So actually, I think I missed a couple of questions. I'm taking these screenshots. Let me just check my Instagram right quick, because I think there are questions that I may have missed out. Yeah, let's get right into it. So the first one, actually, let's go back to that one, because I think I haven't. Yeah, okay. I need a side hustle. Please, how can I earn more money? Please. Excuse me. So side hustles, I should have grouped this. I should have really grouped these questions into like different sections, but it's okay. I love the spontaneity. So when it comes to side hustles, business, ideally, I think the best thing you can do to earn money is monetize your passion. And the reason why I'm saying this is because it's very easy to make money off doing something you love than it is to make money off doing something you hate. I'll give you an example. All right, I personally love making content, so I will post pictures, I will do reels, I'll create YouTube videos for you guys, and I'm earning money while doing what I love. You know, another example I can give you also is people that love doing makeup. So you love doing makeup on yourself, become a makeup artist. You love doing lashes on yourself, become a lash tech. You love doing your nails, become a nail tech. So I'm not saying that the only areas you can go into. Of course, side hustles, I'm talking about things that you do outside your normal scope of education or career path, which I'm assuming either be a corporate 9-to-5, lawyer, accountant, doctor, whatever it is. So monetize your passion and then try out as many things as possible and then figure out what works, and then if it doesn't work out, feel free to stop and try again. I'll tell you this from experience. For me personally, if you guys have been here long enough, I used to have a cooking business called Zee's Kitchen, and you guys know I love cooking, and I thought, wow, it would be nice to sell my food because people actually really love what I cook, so let me sell my food to people so people can actually buy my food, right? But down the line, it wasn't working. I was making money, but not as much as I knew I could make, you know. And I think also because of that, I really lost the interest and love that I had for cooking in the first place. So I just stopped. After a year of being in business, I closed it down and looked to other business ventures. Now, as I'm sitting here, I have 3 whole business ventures outside content creation itself, which is 1, Embellish. I'm a drop shipper for Shein and Pretty Little Thing. Then I do have S925, which is a content creation studio. So I teach people how to create content, how to do what I love doing. I teach people how to do that. And then I'm also a graphic designer on S925 for business brands and whatnot, because I love graphic design. I love designing stuff. I'm a very creative type of person. Then 3, I now am a managing partner of Botania Florists, which honestly, I didn't ever not once see myself even becoming a florist, but it's just something that kind of happened, you know, because it's a business with me and my mom. So obviously with my past experience and then her also interest in the gardening and everything, and I'm like, we can work something out. So yo guys, okay, wait, it's hot, hey? It's so hot. Anyways, yeah, so we're like, we can make something work, and that's how side hustles go ideally. So you have to find something that you would enjoy doing outside your normal scope of work or school, academia, whatever it is, and then monetize it. Of course, I know it's not as easy as it sounds. Running a business is very difficult. So if you do want to learn all the tips and tricks about how to run a business, specifically a drop shipping business through Shein, click the link down below to book a class with Embellish, and I will teach you everything you need to know. As well as if you want to become a content creator, purchase my ebook, linked down below, as well as book a masterclass, linked down below, to learn everything that you need to know if you do feel like this avenue is your type of side hustle. So I got you girl. The next question is, hi Z, once again happy birthday. Thank you. Why is it harder for us ladies to let go of relationships and everything else in life? I think it's simply because as ladies we choose to feel our emotions more than men do. Both men and women do have emotions, and I don't believe in the notion that men don't have feelings, because trust me, they do. It's just that we as women tend to express ourselves more and tend to feel our emotions more than the men choose to do. So I think letting go of relationships is very difficult, especially, you know, if you feel like you're not going to find another guy and whatnot. But I think you also need to look within and really decide for yourself and say, is this relationship taking me where I want to be in life? And am I actually going to progress if I continue being with this person? Because at some point, you don't want to wind up at 30 years old with the wrong man, you know, you're unhappy, your life, you haven't progressed anywhere. Relationships are supposed to build you up, not weigh you down. And I think we don't realize this, but relationships really do set the pace for majority of the things that we do in our lives, in the sense that you're with this person 24/7. So what you talk about, the things that you discuss, the fights you have, all of those things affect your life very, like, in a magnitude of ways. So you have to really decide for yourself and say, okay, am I going where I want to be in life, and then move accordingly. You know, take the risk, guys, take the risk. The next one is how to deal with insecurities body wise. For example, I feel too skinny. Girl, This is a very amazing question. I'll tell you guys, and I think I've spoken about this before in one of my previous girl talks. I think the last girl talk I did was over a year ago, so this was a long overdue video. But insecurities, when I was a kid, that's my entire life until when I was about 11 years old, when I was in grade 7, I was a chubby kid. Like, I was really chubby. So those people that were with me in primary school know how chubby I was. And then when I went to Mpelembe from grade 8 to grade 12, I lost so much weight. One, because of eating less, and then two, I tapped into my athletics. That I was an athlete in high school. I used to go for ISAs and everything. So yeah, I became skinny essentially. And when I finished school, actually even while I was still in high school, I used to feel really insecure about my body, because you know, you know, as a girl, when you're wearing a pair of jeans, you have an image of how it's supposed to fit, right? And then you see how it's looking in the mirror, and you're just like, but why, you know? But I think what has really helped me deal with my insecurities in terms of body weight, because this is the example I was given, when I finished high school, I made the executive decision to say, okay, look, this is how God has made me. Whether I like it or not, if I want, I can change it, and I can start going to the gym and bulking up. I can increase my diet, or I can just accept what I am and, you know, live with it. And what I chose to do was obviously to eat better, in the sense that I was eating more. I eat a lot, like I eat so much. Not because I want to gain weight, but I just love food as well. And then also choosing to just accept myself for who I was, because there's a reason why God has made all of us the way that we are. You are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God. So I don't believe in God making imperfections, because nothing God has made on this earth is imperfect, including you. So I think if you want to improve how you look as a person, okay, get your hair done, get your nails done, do your lashes, work on your skincare, you know, fix your body, go to the gym, eat healthy. I don't believe in, okay, I'm skinny, then you go and sleep. Like, if personally you feel like you don't like how you look, do something about it. The only thing I don't believe in is obviously plastic surgery and, you know, going the aesthetic route. Not aesthetic, but aesthetic as in ESTH. I don't believe in, you know, like lip fillers. I don't believe in plastic surgery, boobs and whatnot. I don't believe in that. But if you can find a healthy way of improving the way that you look, go for it. I'll tell you this, I personally can't get pierced because my family has got a history of keloids, you know, those things that grow on your ears. So I used to feel bad for a long time, because I really wanted to be wearing earrings, and I'm like, you know what, screw this, I can't wear earrings. Okay, but I can still get my hair done, I can still do my lashes, I can still get my nails done, I can still buy myself nice clothes, nice perfume. So tap into your strengths and then work on your weaknesses. And if there's something that you can't change, accept it, because that's the only way you will get past your insecurities. Next one is how to navigate friendships as busy adults. I think this one is a really difficult question to answer. One, because I think as adults we also don't know what's going on, in all honesty, you know. And I feel like we are all trying our best in our individual lives to really make it, you know, individually for ourselves, our personal goals and our achievements and everything. But at the same time, you have people around you that require your attention. You have your partners, you have your best friends, your close friends, your family. So I think the best way I can put this is set your priorities straight. If you call someone your friend, okay, you should be able to communicate with them. You should be able to tell them if you're not able to see them that weekend, if you're not able to, you know, visit them that weekend, you know, be able to communicate. And that's why I think it's important to prioritize and compartmentalize the people in your life. Let me give you an example. If you have a group of friends, all right, and you know, you're kicking each other, enjoying yourselves and everything, obviously there are those friends that are closer to you than others. Some are merely just acquaintances, some are merely just your workmates, some are merely just your classmates, then some are your actual friends. So compartmentalize them and then prioritize accordingly. Obviously your close friend who's like a sister to you would require more attention and more effort than someone who's just your workmate, you know. So you have to be able to make the decisions and say, if this person is my friend, all of us are busy, there's no one who I believe is not doing anything in their life. So you have to make the decision and say, okay, you know, communicate. Personally, for me, I talk with my friends every weekend, sometimes for a few minutes, sometimes for hours. I'll give you an example. Just before I started filming this video, I was catching up with my sister Chiza, and last time I spoke with her was last weekend when I was getting ready to go for my birthday dinner. So you have to find a way of making it work. I don't believe in ghosting your friends for a month. If this person is your friend, like, you don't ghost them for a month and claim to still be their friend. We all have problems that we're dealing with. That's why it's important to communicate. You say, okay, girl or guy, I'm not okay right now, so can we talk when I feel better? You know, communication is really key, because you want to be able to still preserve those friendships and have them around you, because at the end of the day, friendships require lots of effort and work, just like a relationship does. And I feel like we tend to take certain people for granted and say, this person is there, I have them in my DM, it's okay, it's okay. So communication and finding a way to really balance your work life, it's difficult, but I believe anything is doable. I mean, I do it, so it's doable. Question is how to get to the point of self-love when you have faced abandonment. For this one, self-love, tap into your Bible. Okay, this is something that has really helped me, especially in times when I feel like I can't talk to anybody about certain things. God is always there. And the reason why I'm talking about the Bible is because it tells us in plain sight how we should move accordingly. God didn't make any mistakes, like I said previously, so you should love yourself exactly the way you are. And if you feel like you're not able to love yourself, then really talk to God and ask him, okay, I'm not able to do this, but, like, you know, why? Self-love comes in different forms. You can buy yourself your favorite book, go for lunch, sleep. You know, it doesn't have to always be monetary. Just basically doing things that you feel like make you happy personally. For me, self-love, lots of different ways. Okay, I like to beautify myself, evidently. I like eating, evidently. You know, I like hanging with my friends when I can, evidently. Hanging with my man, evidently. So you have to tap into things that you personally feel like make you happy. And if you feel like you need people to love yourself, there's a problem. It's very important to pour from a full cup, not from an empty one. And what I'm just trying to say is that even when it comes to your friends, you know, if you're not able to be happy within yourself, you can't expect to make other people happy. It all starts from within, and within you tapping into your spirit. So you have to really talk to your God and ask him. There are lots of Bible plans in the Bible app about self-love, and I remember, I just can't remember the exact plan that I read, but I think that self-love isn't selfish. I think something like that, because it really isn't. You know, lots of people have got this notion that loving yourself is selfish. I just feel like we need to realize that you can't pour from an empty cup, and the only way to fill your cup is if you fill yourself with God's love. You should be able to fill other people with that love as well, just like it says in 1 Corinthians 13 verses 1 to 13, one of my favorite Bible passages in the entire Bible. Talks about love, and love is patient, love is kind. So you have to be patient with yourself, be kind with yourself. So ideally, every single thing, or every single manner in which you want to love other people, love yourself like that first, and then execute accordingly. I know abandonment can be very traumatic and sometimes heartbreaking, because you feel like there's no one around you, but you have to learn to be there for yourself, and then eventually you will attract people that are meant to be in your life. So I think that's the best way I can answer that question, honestly. And then the next one is, as a friend, can you ever get tired of listening to your friend's issues despite giving her advice? Yes, you can. We're only human, and there's no human being on this earth with the capacity to listen as much as God. And I feel like that's where communication comes in. You know, we're adults. We need to learn to talk to our friends. If something is wrong, tell them. If something is making you happy, tell them. If you're not happy about how they treated you last week, tell them. You know, you have to be able to be vocal, because communication goes a long way. And I just feel like you have to be able to talk to your friends about certain things, because if you can't tell your friend and they make you mad, then why are you friends exactly? I'm not saying complain about every little thing, because sometimes we also just put ourselves in these problems. So, you know, you have to learn how to be able to really vocalize how you're feeling. And if your friend if you've been giving your friend advice and he or she is not listening to you, sometimes maybe it's not your place. Maybe it's not your place, and don't feel bad. At least you tried, you know. Sometimes just let things be. We can't control everything. We can't control people's perceptions of us. So what you can control, try your best to control. But other than that, then there's nothing else that you can do. So yeah, let me just see if there are any other questions that I feel like I haven't tackled. Just give me a second. I think that should be all, actually. Yeah, I think that should be all. So thank you guys so much for asking all of your lovely questions. I hope I was able to explain everything for you guys, you know, properly, in a way that we'll be able to understand. If you do have any other, oh no, there's one more. It was about money. Because I really wanted to answer that question. I think it was about money. Yes, yeah, here we go. So where is it? So this one was, how did you start investing? How much did you start with, and what's the highest I've ever made? So in terms of investments, there are different ways of investing money. You can go the business route. Start a business. So ideally you put money into a business and then hope that it's going to grow and eventually pay you back your capital. 2, you can go to money lenders. The people that you lend money to and they pay you back with interest. 3, you can go to the government, get government bonds, treasury bills. 4, you can buy shares in your favorite company. 5, the list goes on. So with investing, it's a very broad and diverse topic, and if you're looking to invest money in something, personally for me, the ones that have worked for me, I have invested in Plus 260 Tech Solutions. In case you guys didn't know, they do also offer investing opportunities. So you invest money with them and then they pay you back certain interest rates based on how much you've invested and what the maturity period is. So I'm not going to tell you guys how much money I've made from investing, because I think that's TMI, but it's some good money. And I feel like it's also a good way of avoiding buying unnecessary things, because for me, when I have a goal I want to achieve, like my camera for example, and I don't have sufficient funds, I invest what I have to get back what I need, and then, you know, proceed accordingly. It's also a good way of locking up your money for some time if you're like me who likes impulsively spending. So yeah, there are many ways you can invest. It all depends with you, and I feel like when it comes to money, you really have to make the decision to say, you know, I like money, I want to make it, so I'm going to do ABC, I need to get there. Lots of people look at money like a taboo. People look at money like if you like it, then yeah, you know, then yeah, what word can I use? Then you're snobbish, you know. And I think that's wrong, because everybody likes money, literally everybody. Even people at church, we need money to go to church, offering, transport, you know, all of those things. So there's nothing wrong with liking money, okay? What's wrong is putting money above your God, because if God is number one in your life, trust me, you will have the mental capacity to handle $1 million. I'm telling you the truth. So you have to make the decision to say, okay, fine, I want money, let's make it, you know. I remember seeing a question about my lifestyle, about how I manage my lifestyle. For me personally, I haven't always been the most financially stable person. Obviously, I had my broke, you know, uni days, which I don't miss, but it's taken a lot of learning. And when it comes to money, personally for me, I love the freedom that comes with having money, okay? I love buying new things, I love spoiling my loved ones. So I started a business. I have multiple businesses. I create content on YouTube. I'm still pursuing my accountancy career, so I am currently a finance intern from which I do get paid. So, you know, all of those things. But at the same time, you have to be willing to work for your money, because money doesn't come cheap, okay? You need to put in the work. Money, in as much as it's nice, it comes, and coming is money will flow to you like a river, you know, but you have to put in the work. Speaking of putting in the work, like tonight, as soon as I finish filming this video, I have a Shein class I'm hosting on a Saturday night, but I want the money, so I'm going to work for it. So you have to just really decide and say, okay, I want to be able to buy myself all of these nice things. I want to do my hair, my nails, my lashes. So where do I get the money from? And I personally don't believe in okay, I promote independence. I'm a very independent girl, even in my relationship. If it's so funny, because like I think both of us are quite independent, because we both have our own separate streams of income. So I don't like to be helped. I don't know if that sounds toxic, but it's only now that I'm learning to be a spoiled princess because my man, you know, does the doings. But for a long time, I believe in self-love, and if I want something, I work towards it and I get it. I don't believe in asking people for help unless it's critical, and there's only 3 human beings on this planet I would do that to, like going to ask for help financially, and one of the set of people is my parents, obviously, then my man's and my closest friend. So I just feel like when it comes to money, you have to make the decision to say, okay, I want it, so how am I going to make it, and then move accordingly. Move like the girl you want to become, okay? If the girl you envision you being wakes up at 5 a.m. every single day, do that, you know, and I just move accordingly, guys. So yeah, that marks the end of our girl talk. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you notice the quality switch, it's because my camera is overheating and I think it's not recording the highest quality possible, so just apologies for that. But thank you guys so much for submitting all of your questions, and it's been a pleasure answering them for you guys. I haven't talked to you guys like this in a minute, so comment down below what your favorite topic or question was, and you can leave any additional questions you might have and I'll be more than glad to answer them for you guys. I'm currently filming another video that I'm probably going to get before this one, because I plan on giving you guys this video after the video that I've been filming this weekend. So anyways, so much content to do, but hey, we're working. So thank you guys so much once again for watching today's video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next one. Mwah. Bye.